It's that magical time of the year. The heat of the summer has been broken, and the crisp, cool autumn air lifts the spirits, energizing us with excitement of the coming holiday season. Riding that first wave of cool air and holiday excitement is the traveling roadside carnival attraction. This is a form of good, clean family entertainment that in recent years has become easy to let pass you by. The home entertainment industry has many sedentary offerings that doesn't require you to go through with all that is required of a public outing. You can just stay at home and be entertained. Then came the year 2020. For part of the year, we had to shelter in place, and when that was lifted, we were forced to minimize our public outings. Business activities, learning activities, and entertainment have been taking place within the home, and for many of us, this took place exclusively in the home for months on end. What people could really use right now is a traveling roadside carnival attraction, the kind that just a year ago was easy to pass by, telling yourself, I'll come back later. Yet this year is kind of hard to find anywhere. Last year, I was telling myself the same thing about this little carnival right here that set up camp about a mile from my house in the parking lot that is shared by the grocery store where my wife and I shop. It was during the very last hours of the very last day that this carnival was in town that we decided to go have some fun and just walk around with a camera for a while. I'm sure glad we did. Carnival concessions are part of the attraction for me. I just love coming up to these concession stands and just seeing what all they've got and marveling over how much can be produced in such a small space. I actually used to do business with the people who build these things, and their product is highly fascinating, highly efficient, geared toward high output, geared toward perfect sanitary conditions. Really, it's a great place to get something to eat, and that's part of the reason why I go to the carnival. But in this case, we got there too late. Things were shutting down. Now, this is the TiltAWhirl. Now, just about where this TiltAWhirl is sitting right now is where my grandfather bought me my first corn dog when I was about 3 years old. Now, as for the TiltAWhirl itself, I've never ridden it. I watched my cousins, Paulette and Terry and Donnell, ride this ride right here, and it made me vomit just about watching them. I couldn't understand how they'd ever get on anything like that. And I've never gotten on this ride. I probably never will at this point in my life. But I am fascinated by it. I love it. It's a beautiful ride. It's an essential to every roadside carnival. And of course, there's the Ferris Wheel. We got to go ride the Ferris Wheel, but there's this other ride sitting over here in the dark all by itself, all by its lonesome. What kind of ride is this? Oh, it's the ride that people don't want to ride. It's the ride that you ain't got nobody lined up to get on this ride. See, the men are too faint of heart, and the big girls have done gone home. You don't want to ride this paratrooper. You don't want to ride the paratrooper. There's nobody there. Sitting over there all alone in the darkness. You know, that's what the airborne soldier does most of his life. Now, this ride right here is one of the rides that Paulette and Terry and Donnell put me on as a child, and its cousin, the Scrambler. This one made me vomit. I'm not going to get on this one. I want to, but I'm not going to, because I know what's going to happen. About 30 seconds into it, I'm going to be going, when will this ride be over? This ride right here, I can't wait to take my grandson and my granddaughter and put them on it. I love this little ride. Now, I don't think I've ever ridden this, but my grandchildren are going to, and I'm going to be there with a camera, just like I am now, getting pictures of it all. Now, this one right here, I was introduced to first at the old amusement park, Passport to Fun World. And I thought I was just going to love this ride right here. And I loved it for about 90 seconds, and then I could tell what was getting ready to happen next. And I tried to keep myself from vomiting, but I wasn't able to. This ride messed me up for hours at Passport to Fun World. That park's been gone for forever. I had to walk around just I'm going to eventually get over to that Ferris wheel. But let's take a look at this little ride to the right here. Let's go take a look at the ride to the right, please. To the right, cameraman. Yeah, that right there. Yeah, that ride, the Sea Ray. Get it. If you go ride that one, go to the bow or the stern. Go to the bow or the stern to get the maximum effect. You won't catch me riding it. All right, so we are going to ride the Ferris wheel. Now, I haven't ridden a Ferris wheel in, I don't know, forever. But my baby wants to ride a Ferris wheel. And we're going to ride it. And I got this camera. I know I'm going to get some nice, pretty video of the fairgrounds, of all the different rides, all the neon lights. Really sad it's the last night of the fair, and these are the last hours of the last night of the fair. I mean, they're breaking things down almost. And in fact, a couple of rides have been broken down. But anyway, we're getting ready to step aboard, take a little spin, talk to you a little bit about the history of this place. We're right on the edge of I-95. This is the Gateway Mall, which years ago was the first shopping mall that you ran into if you were traveling south on I-95, just inside the state of Florida. This was the first big shopping center that you came to back in the day. But this used to be the Jacksonville Fairgrounds. The city limit of Jacksonville went out to 41st Street, and at the time, the circus, the fair would come in on the ships. They'd unload the animals and everything, march up Main Street all the way to 41st Street, take a left, and go over to the fairgrounds and set up. And it's not been just a fairground. I mean, this was before the fairgrounds went downtown. Out at the city limits, that's where the fair was at. But this location also has another little bit of history. Not only is it the Gateway Shopping Center, formerly known as the Gateway Mall, formerly known as the Jacksonville Fairgrounds, this was actually a mass burial site for people who died in the yellow fever epidemic in 1888. So, yeah, we're getting ready to ride the Ferris wheel over a mass grave from people who died in a pandemic. And we're watching this video. I thought I had lost it last year. It went someplace on my computer and it was unlabeled. And anyway, I thought I had lost this, but I just recently rediscovered this video, and now we're sitting here in the COVID-19 pandemic, unable to go ride the Ferris wheel that's set up on the mass graves of people who died in the 1888 yellow fever pandemic. Kind of spooky. Here we are in October, crisp, cool air blowing. You feel the witch coming on, and you're taking a Ferris wheel ride with your baby, overlooking the scenic Gateway Shopping Center, where I had my first corn dog with my granddaddy when I was about 3 years old. As soon as I can get Vladimir and Katya up here for the next traveling carnival roadside show, they're going to get their corn dog from right here at the mass burial site. Yeah. Have your corn dog. As you can see, my baby just having a good time. I'm having a good time. I know that this is one of those fleeting moments in time. Somehow I knew it. Somehow, nice dumpster. Somehow I knew that this was just a moment that we both needed to snatch. And I'm so glad I took my camera. I'm so glad I took my camera. The old Publix, it's not there anymore. A lot of things have changed over the past year, Wish I could go ride a Ferris wheel right now. There's a poor old paratrooper just sitting there. Nobody want to ride the paratrooper. That's kind of a terrifying ride, really. Not most people are really even going to think about getting on such a ride. But we just having a good old time. Old folks on the Ferris wheel at the Gateway Mall. Man, sometimes you just look at the beauty of it all at night with the flashing lights, and you say, you know what? I want to become a carny. And then you get to see what you're asking for in the daylight. And it ain't all that you thought it was. The best just stay doing what you're doing. Look at that. My girl is so happy, and it makes me happy when she's happy. Just makes me, I mean, that's my sunshine right there. That's my sunshine. Look at it. Anyway, we're having a good time. This is what a husband and wife supposed to be doing. I'm glad she got me up and out so that we could take advantage of just these last couple hours that we got right here at this roadside carnival attraction. Man, what you wouldn't do right now to just go out and ride a Ferris wheel, huh? In October of 2020, wouldn't this just be the thing to go smell that cotton candy? To go get you one of them sausage dogs with pepper and onion? Go get you a corn dog and just smother it in mustard and drink you an ice cold Coca-Cola with it. Oh, I want to do it right now, but I can't. Go to a carnival with people walking around with a bunch of masks. Ain't no carnivals to be found anyway. Well, all good things must come to an end, and so did our Ferris wheel ride. Needless to say, if you're fortunate enough to be in a community where one of these traveling roadside carnivals sets up shop, I hope you'll do yourself and do them a big favor and go on out there and show them some love. Spend some money, have a good time, ride some rides, scream at the top of your lungs, get you a corn dog, maybe even throw up a little bit. Man, ride the carousel. Ride that carousel. Take the opportunity to get out and smell the roses if you got any of them growing near you. I know I won't take one of these roadside attractions for granted ever again. I'm just not. What have we here? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, this coming Saturday and Sunday in Bellevue, Florida, we're going to have an Oktoberfest celebration. There's going to be carnival rides. There's going to be food trucks. We will have adult beverages on hand, but it's going to be pure, clean family fun. And on Saturday, between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., Knockout Wrestling is bringing live pro wrestling to the Oktoberfest celebration. And more than just a show, they're bringing some Hall of Famers from the world of pro wrestling to sign autographs. You'll be able to see Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart, Tony Atlas, Tugboat, and Gangrel. They'll all be on hand signing autographs. There's going to be free photos at a pumpkin patch, so please bring your camera. And live in concert from 3 to 6 p.m. will be Humans in Disguise. There's a variety of sponsors that are bringing this show to you, but don't miss out on it. Don't miss out on this opportunity to get out of the house. And you can find the Oktoberfest at 12055 U.S. Highway 441 South in Bellevue, Florida. Any questions you might have, you can contact them at 352-347-0017. I'm going to be down there. I've got to go see this. I got to get out of the house. Hope to see you there.